Does it ever feel like the internet just doesn't make sense anymore? Like the comments, the conversations, the trends, something's just feeling off. Well, some people believe that this is because the internet isn't even real to begin with. They believe that it's all just AI, bots, and automated systems designed to make it look like people are everywhere talking about everything, but in reality, it might just all be fake. So before we get deeper into this video about AI and bots and the internet and all of that, let's talk about the dead internet theory. Now this theory is a conspiracy theory that's pretty well known online, and it's about how the internet is completely fake and it's all run by AI and bots and automated systems, whether it be articles or tweets or comments or DMs. All of it is just fake, and we're just mere specks of dust being actual real human presence amongst all of this fake internet presence. And the deeper you go into this theory, the more conspiracies you'll find about how there's people at the top pulling the strings and pushing out the narratives that they want us to believe so they can manipulate the human population. Now, to be clear, I don't think this is entirely true. I don't think the whole internet is this deep state manufactured propaganda machine. I mean, I'm just a creator myself on the internet and I'm making real human content. So it's not entirely true, but at the same time, I do see the risks with AI becoming so prevalent and accessible in society that more AI and more bots will actually take over the internet, lessening human presence. In fact, in 2016, this one California cybersecurity company called Imperva released a report where they claimed that bots are responsible for 52% of web traffic. Now this was 2016, 8 to 9 years ago, and way before AI exploded and became so accessible and part of our daily lives. I mean, I'd argue now that going into 2025, with AI systems becoming so accessible and mainstream to everybody, real human presence is actually probably shrinking on the internet. And sure, right now, bots might just seem like these annoying spam accounts on your Instagram DMs and comments, or even the small crypto scams you see on Twitter, and they might not seem that harmful, but in the future, they might actually start running whole websites, start posting fake reviews, and even start making their own articles, and you would never be able to differentiate it. Alright, so I think that previous part might be introspecting into the future a bit too much, but let's talk about right now. How are these bots ruining the internet right now? And how does this impact us? Well, I think the best place to look at this is social media. That's where the bots are the most, and it doesn't even matter which platform, whether it's Twitter or X, or if it's Instagram or Facebook, they're literally everywhere. I mean, just looking at Twitter, or X as it's now called, it's a literal breeding ground for bots, and from political propaganda to crypto scams to pushing out products to literally just mass liking and retweeting posts. They're literally everywhere, and it's completely dominating conversations and pushing out certain trends more than others. And it's not any better on Instagram's side either. I mean, how many times have you seen these comments under your post, or maybe a friend's post where it says, "Great post, message me to collab," or "I love this picture, make sure to tag us next time." These are all bots, they're definitely not real accounts. And don't even get me started on the engagement farming AI accounts on Facebook. That's a complete mess. And once again, what we see right now on social media might seem like small-time crypto scams, but it's actually bigger. Governments and organizations have been accused of, and in some instances even caught, using bot networks to spread propaganda and drown dissent or even fake support for their policies. These bots make it hard to tell what's actually real and what's completely manufactured. And it's not even just people pushing bots, it's also algorithms that amplify them too. Platforms like Twitter and Instagram run on algorithms that are designed to push content that drives engagement. And guess what? Bots are really good at driving engagement, even if the engagement is completely fake. Like, think about it. You see a tweet with thousands of replies, you click, thinking this must be important. But then half those replies are just engagement farming, and the other half are just bots arguing with other bots. You just fell into this engagement trap, and the platform wins because you, the user, stayed there longer. Now let's roll it back a bit. Why would this even happen? Why would somebody willingly fill up the internet with these fake bots that completely ruin the internet for everybody? Well, bots have been on the internet for more than a decade now, so we can imply some reasons that they might be doing all of this. One big reason is bots give a platform more engagement and more activity, which is more time spent on the platform, which can be attractive for a number of reasons. Firstly, it attracts more ads, which means it's great for creators and also platforms, so nobody's really complaining there. And number two, it also attracts more real users because real users might see that there's a lot of people using the platform and they'll be left out. Although even those people that they see using the platform, they might actually just be a bot farm on the other side of the world, but the user will never know, and that gives the platform a lot more users. Now, moreover, the more time you as a user spend on these platforms interacting with these bots, even though they might be fake, this still leads to a lot more engagement for the platform, which allows them to collect a lot more data on you and in turn serve you more and keep you hooked onto the app. If you want more information about that, make sure to check out my video about the state of Instagram in 2024 up here or down in the description below. Now, another big reason is that bots influence opinions and drive trends. I mean, if you really think of it, bots are insanely cheap and easily scalable, and they're easy to use. Think about it. Why would you need a dedicated marketing team when you can just have thousands of bots on hand that you can deploy anytime you want at your convenience to promote your product or message? It's insanely more easy and more cheap to use than a dedicated marketing team. And moreover, bots can be used to shape narratives and push certain agendas. And it's all about control. These bots can be used to influence opinions and push out certain agendas that can be used in somebody's benefit at the end of the day. And that would be why somebody would really want to use these bots. At the end of the day, they benefit certain people, even though they might disadvantage the whole human race. And it's not even just Twitter or Instagram and the creators they're using it, but it's even big time creators on YouTube, those with like millions of subscribers as well. Many YouTubers have been accused of using bots to boost up their statistics and make their videos seem more popular than they actually might be. And this helps them attract a lot more sponsors and more new viewers and new subscribers. I mean, you might have even seen this too. A YouTube video about something like a wireless power bank will have hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of views, but then it will have what, like 100 comments? Like for a lot of these YouTubers, at the end of the day, it's all a game, and for them, they found the cheat code. Now, I think we get it at this point. Bots are a problem, and they might even become a bigger problem in the future. But how will this impact us, the end user? I mean, I've already said it a lot of times by now in this video, but bots can influence a lot of opinions on the internet, which in turn will probably influence our opinion as well. Like, think of this. You are undecided about some big issue and you go onto the internet and see hundreds of thousands of people agreeing on one side. Naturally, you might think, wow, most of these people believe in this, I guess I should probably do that too. But what if these people that are influencing our opinions on the internet weren't even people at all? This is pretty similar to the concept of astroturfing, which means making a movement look grassroots, even though it's actually manufactured and probably artificial. And as much as I know I sound like a conspiracy theorist in this video, this might be a tool in the future that's used by super powerful people to manipulate the human population, which, for obvious reasons, isn't the best idea. So let's tie this all back together. What does this mean at the end of the day? So while the dead internet theory might be exaggerating the idea that everything that we see online and interact with is completely manufactured and fake, bots are already everywhere and they're already reshaping the content that we interact with. Platforms like Twitter/X have just become noisy, confusing, and honestly kind of exhausting to use. And it's not even just because, oh, there's a lot of trolls or bad takes that we see, but more so that we're not even interacting with real people. The internet isn't dead. Yet. And it's far from it, but it's definitely changing. Bots and all these automated systems are blurring the line between authentic interaction and manufactured content, and the more this continues to happen, the harder it will be to tell what's real and what's not real. So at the end of the day, what do I think? Well, I believe that the dead internet theory is more of a wake-up call than an actual fact, but at the same time, there's always a risk of it becoming the reality in the future. However, I do think that the dead internet theory does serve the purpose of reminding us to think critically of everything we see on the internet and not take all of our interactions on face value. The bots may have not completely taken over the internet, but they're definitely here, and they're shaping the experience of how we interact with the internet every single minute of our lives. So next time you see something online, make sure to remember, not everything is what it seems. Now that being said, I'd really love to hear what you guys think about this video down in the comments below. And if you really like this video, make sure to like and hit the subscribe button because it really helps me make more videos like this in the future. Now that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.